And yes, everybody did freak out, but it made it easier for me to spread the news ki ye hota hai. I would tell them ki, hey, if I laugh real hard, then I might fall off my chair. और अगर ऐसा हुआ, so you can't do anything about it. Just please make sure I am not twisted in a weird way. Because if once I fall down that way, I can't sit back up. So please make sure I'm not too uncomfortable and make sure I don't hit my head somewhere. उसके अलावा just wait it out. Because there's nothing to be done about it really.
Yes. And like, and the next question is, do you or your body gets any cues before you get into that narcolepsy state? कि हाँ ठीक है अभी नींद आने वाली है.
That's an interesting one. I don't know if I can call it a cue, but the hallucinations that happen, they usually happen right before I fall asleep. लोगों को 60 to 90 minutes लगते हैं REM sleep में जाने के लिए. According to the sleep study that I went for, it takes me about 9 seconds to get into REM sleep. Or just before I get into REM sleep, the hallucinations happen. So I would hear something, or I would see something, or I would feel something touch me. Nothing is there, obviously. It's a hallucination.
I have like 2 questions. First one is, can you explain, like, can you tell us any one episode of hallucination which you have? And as the second one is that, do you get hallucinations after every narcolepsy state?
No. Thankfully, no, because some of them are very disturbing. And the hallucination is one part, but उसके साथ जो mental stories आती हैं, they just kind of make it a whole new experience.
If you want, you can share any one of it, so it'll help us understand. Anyone which you're comfortable with.
Of course. So when I'm studying maths, or if I'm doing like say history, a particularly boring part of history, and I'm starting to fall asleep, I think pre-diagnosis सबसे ज़्यादा auditory hallucinations तब होते थे when I'm sitting up and falling asleep. So I would hear a man and a woman speaking on the radio, like they are radio hosts. They're saying something, but I can't tell what they're saying. It's muffled and so much radio static. ये मुझे बहुत frequently सुनाई देता था. So that happened quite frequently. So I'm sitting, I'm reading, and then I start hearing it, and then I'm like, I don't know what's happening because this was pre-diagnosis, and I get flustered, and then I don't want to study anymore. And even now, on some days, some bad days, I would say, I go to sleep at night, and before I fall asleep, I have to go through this whole river of auditory hallucinations. Sometimes the AC ki awaaz becomes somebody calling my voice. Sometimes I would see the Grim Reaper coming for me. Sometimes I'll see people outside the window. And this sounds so real कि मुझे लगता है कि मुझे देख चेक करना चाहिए कि बाहर कंपाउंड में कौन है. Then I just send a message कि I am tired and this probably hallucination तो मैं नहीं उठूंगी. कभी-कभी सुबह उठ के जाता था कि wait, that doesn't make sense. तो फिर समझ में आता कि that was a hallucination. So that's what a hallucination episode is like.
It's really disturbing actually, because do not be able to make sense of what is real and what is not. Like we can't even think about it. We cannot. The extent of disturbance it can create in a person's mind, and just a normal state of living. And there was this one more question which I had in mind. So how many times in a day or in a week do you get into this narcolepsy state?
But like on days like when I was in college and when I actually had work to do and couldn't like sleep all the time, I'd say anywhere between 2 to 8.
In a day or in a week?
Classes I have in a day. So on a good day, I had 0. But then like maybe I think the average was 3 to 5.
So as you were talking about that, you do have dreams when you are in the narcolepsy state. So can you control your dream? And the other thing is that, are the figures or the auditory voices which you hear, are they similar all the time? Do you recognize those voices, or is it different every time?
So I've had a long process for both of these things. Initially, I liked dreaming because मुझे आदत है अपने दिमाग में कहानियां बनाने का, and if I want a visual reference, the best way is to just go to sleep and dream about it. So initially, pre-diagnosis, I started lucid dreaming, in which case I would have complete control over what's happening around me. So I would be like, I come down the stairs. I don't like what happened. Okay, we're going to reverse this and do it again, like almost like a detective shooting a movie.
Wow.
Those were the good days.
I am saying wow, but I can understand that this. It's like wow, okay.
That was fun. But at that time, if I had a nightmare, I could control what I was doing, but I didn't have control over what was happening around me. Like some control, like if something is coming at me, I can like raise a wall up. But that wall inevitably crumbles and I have to keep running and it's just scary. Nightmares, little control, normal dreams, complete control. And then I got diagnosed.
Sorry.
And
Just one thing. I'm sorry, I didn't get. So, in the normal dreams, you have complete control,
complete control.
and
There weren't
when you
so much
are,
dreams as they weren't so much dreams as they were me daydreaming at night in my sleep.
yeah.
You could not call it a dream. It was like a visualization, but I was
Mm-hmm.
asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about narcolepsy is your REM sleep, you go in and out of it in 6 seconds. So I could be asleep for less than a minute and then get out of my REM sleep and still be asleep.